Hi, I'm Jemima Crosby with Coldwell Banker.
And I'm Dago Velasquez with Envoy Mortgage.
And it's September 13, 2022.
And today I have one of my closest friends.
Just
and
one, huh?
best referral partners in the industry.
Oh, geez. We've got Jennifer Schreiber and Ernesto Cuevas.
Let's go.
Welcome, Jen and Ernesto.
Thank you.
Cuevas.
And Jen Schreiber.
Yeah.
OG crew.
The OG crew. So today's September 13th, 2022. And again, we are in Dago's fancy break room up at the third floor somewhere.
Penthouse.
Penthouse. That's
what I understood. That's what I was promised.
That's right. So first of all,
pay for it.
I know. First
There's
of all,
still
cheers.
space available.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We always start this way. Dago
Thank
says it's
you.
bad luck if not.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so I felt it was time because we have been going through this journey. As many have watched or not watched, either way, again, I'll reiterate, we're going through this journey of understanding where Dago and I both came from, bringing in some of our past, also bringing in the reasoning why we've been working together for so long. But then there's more to our relationship as in the business world. You guys are what we call our extension from pretty close to day one.
Yeah.
I was kind of reminiscing with Dago earlier how long and who was
how
who.
long we know each other.
I know. So I think Ernesto, if I'm incorrect, I think
I'm
you
the
were
original gangster.
Oh my goodness, he's
OG.
So, do you know how long we've been working together?
10 years for sure.
Yeah, 10 years is what I remember.
10 years exactly.
Yep, it is, right? So, Dago you and I started 11 years, and so the weird part is, Ernesto, you and I saw each other after knowing each other for a long time.
We reconnected.
We did. We reconnected. I walked in with, I think it was Aaron, if I remember correctly.
Exactly. And then Maddie.
And then Maddie. Yep, at Journeys, because that's where you were working at, right?
Yep.
At the mall. And she.
Were you in the little kids section or the adults?
At this point, this was the little kids section.
Because I would
Yep.
bring in the kids.
I knew it.
Stop. And I came
I
in.
don't know if that's a diss or not. We'll just go with it.
I know. And I came in and you asked me, hey, what are you doing? I see whatever you were seeing. You were just kind of asking me where I'm at.
I was very curious. Absolutely.
And
I was looking for something
to do different, right?
Yep.
And your energy as a salesperson at that time was also just as attractive, knowing that you were going to be great in sales. And I remember having my business card, because back in the day, that's what we did, is we handed out business cards.
Paper.
Paper.
Crazy.
And so I handed you my business card in hopes that you would call me.
I asked for it, actually.
You did ask for it. Yeah, he
I
did.
That's very sweet.
And then I think, how many months later? I think you picked
I think within 2 weeks that I got your business card, I called you up because at that point in time I had already started my my real estate course, so I was already working on it. And way back in the day, I just saw you around. I used to play soccer, and you were on the soccer field at some point. And I was like, she knows something that I don't know, so I sought you out.
You're like, I want to be like that.
Yeah. Sure.
That's weird. Okay. I mean,
bet.
I kind
You
of.
don't want to be.
At that point in time, you had a nice car. You were put together.
So
and,
weird. It was
and
my
I
car.
knew you were-
He sold at my car.
No, I knew
Just
you were
kidding.
doing real estate, and it didn't look like you were struggling.
Pinto.
So I kind
It
of,
wasn't.
so I figured you could probably advise me in some certain way. And sure enough, you came in, and I asked for your card. I called you back within 2 weeks. I was in your office.
Yep.
And you're like, how long is it going to take you to do that real estate course? I was like, it's going to take me so long. And you're like, nope, it's going to take you this long.
Yep.
So
true.
with that in mind, I knew you need, at that point in time, you elaborated that you needed help at the model home. So I was
Right.
like, oh shoot, I need a fast track what I'm doing. And I did.
Yep. And then we started working at the model home together. And then shortly, I want to say, Jen, you were probably, because we've probably been working together, was it 8 years, if not?
Well, so I started almost 11 years ago. Like next month, it'll be 11 years
So
that I
that's
started
big.
at Coldwell Banker, but it was 2014. Yeah, 2014, so 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah, 8.5. I don't know. It's been a minute.
And
fast.
it does. And you were actually the same as I was in the sense that we both acted as buyer's agents at that time when Vicki had the listing.
Right.
You were in Southridge and I was in West Pasco and Madison Park. So we were kind of at that same level when the listing approached me. For the same time, Vicki was in our last one, life happened and I gained that big contract. And so I needed to figure out who my support team was.
Yeah.
Well, Ernesto was right there, which was great, but it took, you guys remember, every week on and off, right? So I remember I needed you. And it wasn't as easy because I had to convince others that I needed you. Yeah. Right? Do you remember? Yep. And I had to do a whole interview process, no joke, for the position because I had a very, particular situation that they wanted me to make sure I looked at all options on who was going to be best fit.
Yeah.
And Jen, you were like almost in a good way. I say this because it takes a him and a ha. I mean, Dago and I are complete opposites in certain ways and then complete similar in others. So you two were going to be the exact same way, and you guys started helping me out with that side of it, right?
That's right.
And on the flip side, I could honestly say that you were helping us out with giving us the opportunity to be there for sure.
I honestly, it was kind of like everything. We kind of needed each other at that moment, so it kind of worked out. And then Dago
I
here.
do like the fact, hold on, that I close more deals with you than I did with this guy.
That's so funny. And then you bring that
I
in.
believe it. You're never one to not let us know who's closed more deals at the holiday party end of the year.
So true.
No, baby, step it up.
Oh, God.
If you need to know any stats about your own business, just ask Dago.
He's got the Rolodex of information right there. Yep.
I know. He's counting them. They're like, never mind. They're not just
I know. So let's go back to before, as we started real estate, both of you guys, because we're all in the same time frame. Dago and I have gone back and reminisced, like we had to figure it out from the very beginning. But Ernesto, you weren't at that time. You weren't married, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was single.
Yeah.
Or I was with my wife, obviously, but no kids.
Kitty,
I guess.
Kitty,
So what you're trying to say is I had no commitments other than my wife, right?
Right.
Girlfriend at the time, and
Right.
I was just trying to figure it out.
Right.
So
My wife, Katie.
who he loves very much.
You see that?
best wife ever.
His favorite wife.
And then Jen, were you just married? Or
No. That was back in Illinois. We got married. So we'd been married for a while already by that point.
So how long?
4 years.
How long have you and Dan been married now?
Since 2010. So it's 12 years this year.
The same as me. Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Our
Yeah.
anniversary year is the same.
I know.
Interesting.
Yep.
So
You guys had kids at similar times too.
Well, except for the first one or two for her.
yeah, I was like,
aside from
I
that,
know.
let's talk about Christian, right?
Oh, yes.
You guys were like pretty close to the same level on
right,
that
100%. And that's kind of what I wanted to go into is like you both took on the same roles that we took on in different roles. So you guys were, active buyer's agents in a very big volume builder that we represented. And so you both had babies and got married all in that. Well, you were married already, but starting that life.
We took turns with who was having what baby. and
No
it was all
joke.
good. And
Do you guys remember?
included.
Yeah, we all played.
We're all juggling the babies.
I know.
Well, and we all joked around who was going to have the first one. I mean, realistic, like it was a thing. I obviously had Aaron and Madison, but it was all of us playing a role on where we were at because we were so busy.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, that was real. Ernesto, I remember you two were the last ones.
Those were some of the busiest times for sure. That's the commitment of being at the model home and then catching up with the clients and getting back to them and giving them information, emails.
And you
phone
guys
calls,
are,
all
I
that
hate to
stuff.
say this, I will brag, but Jen and I will run circles around you two.
Who? Me too?
Yes! This
Come on
girl
over here.
is delivering a baby and still writing up offers, texting me saying, I've got the offer coming in. I'm like, girl, just go have a baby. I'll get there.
Walking into the hospital, my husband kind of yelling at me just a little, so it's okay.
This guy's taking a leave of absence.
Okay, it's called, what is it called? What
I
is
don't want to say
Paternity leave.
paternity leave. I know
Leave
that
of
was
absence. Yeah.
whatever. You were not any
Sabbatical.
Yeah,
I didn't
you were
want
the same
well,
way.
Politically correct, because but leave of absence.
Oh God.
Hey, can I just, we can just call it I was excited for my firstborn.
I think that's fair.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
fair.
That is
You
fair.
took your leave of absence as well. And we
He
remember
called me,
Matthias.
sending me pre-approvals. I'm like,
Because
Here you go.
again, females versus males, we have to do all things.
I'm always working.
I know.
All the time.
I do.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
he's got to
All
plug
the
that
time.
in. Okay, so going back to
Weekends, Sundays, everything.
oh god, so going back to when we were starting having our kids, how did that impact you in the real estate size versus and then compared to parenting? Like, what did that do to you, Ernesto? I should ask first.
So if I'm first, I would say that it definitely made me reevaluate like everything that we're doing just in real estate. I wouldn't say that my priorities changed or anything like that, but I know it's just until you have a kid, you don't understand how much time those kids need.
Right.
And, I think just in everything that we do, we're always trying to be the best at everything that we can do. And so I guess we kind of have to compartmentalize a little bit better. And so I think that's probably the best thing that happened to me.
So you're back.
I'm always back. I'm always back.
How old's Jonah and Emmy?
So November, Jonah's going to be 4. And then in July, Emmy just turned 2 in July.
Yeah, so you back to back.
I say that because
Back to back. Right now, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in the busiest point in
Right.
my life right now, trying to work out work and trying to work out my kids, and my lovely wife, Katie, as well. You know,
Not
it's
to be
a big
forgotten,
balance, and then
yes.
there's family.
I only say that because every year, you know that we sit down
We do.
and you're like, I'm back.
Poor guy,
Go
give him
back.
credit. I know, but he's
And
helping.
I'm like,
And
man,
also-
you've been back like.
oh my goodness, here we go.
It's all right. Hey, the thing is we're always all back. We always have our situations where we're always all back.
Oh gosh, don't give him too much credit. Okay, Jen, on your end,
Yeah.
how was it? Because you have Dan's very busy in what he does, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he has a full-time job.
Scientist. Yep.
Right?
He's always, I shouldn't say always working, but definitely full-time job. And so we definitely had to balance and look at the priorities and work out the schedules. And those are things we just didn't have to do before because it would just be, okay, you're doing your thing professionally, I'm doing my thing professionally. And you kind of give each other the right to do what you need to do
Right.
and set your own priority levels. And now throw into the mix, kids get every priority. So, you can't just not show up for something for them. So yeah, it was a lot of reworking the priorities and just finding that new balance. Yeah.
Right. And I till this day, I still think we're still trying to figure that out. Me having a 19-year-old, I should be a pro.
But you know what? I think the
it's
big thing,
not.
like, honestly, we're all humans, right? Our clients are also humans. A lot
Right.
of them have kids and they
Right.
understand. And so to, tell them, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. I can meet you for that one house showing. If it turns your whole day upside down and you have to rework and do this and have my parents fly in from Chicago, like, it's not worth it, right? There's
Right.
a point at which you just have to say, this is what I need for my family and for me personally. And, in
Right.
real estate, there's no life or death real estate.
Right.
Like people can wait and accommodate things because they know they've been there, they're human.
Right. No, it's true. I think it's also gotten easier in that perspective. A lot of things have changed in the last 5 to 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
Perspectives in all of, I guess you can say, humanity mentality.
Yeah.
Our hustle was different when we first started, right? We had to be in front of everything. We didn't have that time off. At least we felt. I'm speaking for us too, because I'm assuming you're similar that way, right, Dago? Or if I'm the only one? We
Just
were,
nod
right?
your
We were
head. Just
24/7.
I'm still hustling.
I know, but it's changed because now you're like, I have to go pick up Matthias on
Yeah.
on what day? Like you
it.
make that
And
whole
you're
year
taking them to
priority.
school?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your experience at school.
Easy, just drop
Easy
them off.
peasy,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
work.
No.
And then go back to
Just
work.
like you used to change diapers.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm gonna tell you that's the worst. That's a wrong
Matthias, I'll
statement.
pick you up at 2:40. No, Dad.
Is that how it goes down?
He's actually been fighting me pretty bad right now, so
Oh, yeah.
it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
But
We're always
I
morphing
think
into
about
something new.
all the
is,
parents
I
that I've
think,
talked
your
to,
point.
and I can't give in. I can't give in.
I keep
I
telling
want to
him.
give in.
Stand
I'm like,
your
don't
ground.
stand
You
your
know what? Go
ground.
one more year. Come on.
Who needs K4? That's what you
Yeah.
say.
I know.
So it's different, and everyone's got their own fit too. I think everyone has, depending on your situation at home. Before you did real estate, Jen, what did you do?
I taught music and band. Oh my gosh, yeah, it was a little fun. Music in fourth and fifth grade general music, and then fifth grade beginning band, sixth grade middle school band, seventh and eighth grade combined middle school band. So it was pretty different. It was pretty different from real estate, but and it was a lot. But I honestly do see that teaching perspective every day in real estate.
Right.
Where now I'm just kind of
That's
teaching
kind of part of our
adults.
jobs, yeah.
Yeah, we have to be huge on our own knowledge, but as also educating our clients
Right.
to know what's normal, what to expect. Is this something that's reasonable to deal with, or no? Do we need to push against something like this? And deal with it how we have to. So
I will say, out of most realtors I've ever encountered, you're probably one of the smarter ones I've ever chatted with. This girl knows more
you.
statistics and more, not statistics, I should say that, the contractual side, not that you don't know statistics, but what I'm saying is the contractual side of it, you impressed me. And it was kind of nice that alongside of me is where you were at versus against me. No, everyone has their own ways, but this girl.
Oh, every time she emails, like you email and you have a long email.
Dago was like,
And I'm like, Jen, I'm just gonna call Jen.
or like a text.
I'm just gonna call Jen.
My texts are like super long, and then I look at yours, and it's like,
That's why I call you. I just pick up the phone and call you.
He just sends K's. K. We'll figure it out. K. We'll figure it out.
fist bump.
the different personalities.
The double fist bump's a good one.
Yep.
So the next little bit that I wanted to kind of talk about was, after we have babies and after we start, we're kind of more seasoned. I mean, you're in it 11 years. I'm in it, I think, going on 14. You're
10.
at 10. I was like going on 15. COVID hit a few years ago. And I don't know if I've talked too much about this. I think we could just kind of like bring it up here and there. But for you guys were the closest people attached to me during COVID. No lie. Anyone who knows, at least me, and I think Dago probably says similar, we were always together. I mean, every other week our office, the builder, we were slammed.
Yeah.
So to all of a sudden,
we met for coffee. What was it? Once a week? Or every
oh,
other week?
it was, and we just created this camaraderie that we needed it. And then when COVID hit, it halted not only on the real estate side because nobody was not knowing what was going to happen.
Everything kind of changed.
It did.
And it was kind of fun, kind of seeing everything progress. Yeah,
yes.
For sure.
But do you remember the conversations? And this is the part I like to bring up. When COVID hit, we had a photo shoot. Do you remember this photo shoot?
We scrambled all together.
The week of the whole announcement, we were supposed to be on lockdown.
I know.
I mean, it was straight up. We were doing.
Just do it.
Oh yes, that's what you said, right? Okay.
They were like black market get-togethers, but it wasn't. I think it wasn't just us. I mean, literally, like everything. So my house was being built during COVID, and I would drive by the house, and there'd be no cars out front. But then I'd walk up to the door, and there'd be like 3 workers in there. It's like they had to. Everything was black market, right? If you're working or if you're getting together, like it needs to be, and you do it safely. You take every precaution, but it is the unknown.
It was. So. I mean, 2 years ago. Now we look at it now.
Yeah.
And thankfully we realized it was definitely different for everybody and how they took it.
Oh yeah. At first we went to Costco, got all our stuff, Lysoled all the bags of stuff, like Lysoled ourselves. Like,
and you're married to a scientist too. So you had that perspective in a good way. But
you're Lysol on everything. Dago was like the Nazi about it.
Yes.
And now people did that today, even though we're still like there's still COVID everywhere out there. But people would be like, you are crazy. You are going too far. Like, you have to still live your life. And I don't think people understood that at the start. But
what I was grateful for, and this is where I was getting at, is that we had this photo shoot. And if you guys know me, when I have something on the books, it's rare that I'm going to cave and say, now I might adjust and I might decide, okay, we're not going to be here. We're going to be here just to kind of make everything happen. But that moment was a moment of me realizing I'm thankful for you guys allowing me to guide us through that process, because I knew real estate was not going to change. I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I knew us being in front of the real estate side of it, we had to stay strong, although it was super scary and unknown. And us running outside.
Well, first and foremost,
take that photo. Did anyone see us? We were all scared. We got into one car so we could all sneak out.
We were all 6 feet apart the whole time.
The photo.
It doesn't matter. Who cares about that? All I'm saying is, it was a moment. We had our spacing
right in the car.
It was a definite moment.
It was a moment.
Everybody kind of had to trust everybody else.
Correct. Yeah. And that's where I was getting at.
That is kind of our honor system. It's like we kind of know.
Can I see?
I was like, your eyes look kind of weird, man.
It's so true.
4 times it's COVID.
Right. Yeah.
So, but that's kind of what started the way, at least I felt like we ran our business, right? Yeah. During that time frame, although we did start realizing we're going to stay home a little bit more. But when we did get together, it was just us. It was that moment of realizing, at least I felt I had a COVID family. I didn't know what that meant until I went through it. I feel like I had my people, because mentally, it would have been very difficult to not think that I didn't have you guys as close as you guys were, because that's the real side of me too.
Yeah.
I'm still a mom and I'm going to take care of my babies, but I'm still a human and I love what I do and I love real estate. So I need the people that are attached to me. And I had to show that. And I hope that you guys are going to hang on to my shoulders and please.
And especially because, you're so consistent what you do, right? So it's like everything's like,
Consistent's a good
consistent.
word.
I know.
We talked about that one. But just generally speaking, no matter what, COVID or no COVID, we still had a job to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we were finding ways to get it done. And,
Right.
and sometimes, the face-to-face that we've always had, that's part of consistency that we hold together.
Yeah.
Is, we always meet on Wednesdays on the first.
First
Was it the
Wednesday of
best?
the
Yeah, it was,
month.
right?
Yep,
And
yep.
then him ordering your pumpkin spice.
Latte. That's right. That
I
was
do like him now. I do like him now.
so
Okay.
long
It
ago.
wasn't a pumpkin spice. It was just a quash shot espresso,
it was
bro.
like- it was
That's
a
all
long
it was.
Thing. I'm like, who orders this? Just get a black coffee. Cup
No.
Poor guy.
That's what they say. To each his own.
we should go back and start doing like our monthly
Yeah,
meetings.
we need to
That was fun.
Well, I think now that we're getting a little bit more used to the way life is now, that's where I
Agreed.
was going to get. It's COVID did that, and then all of a sudden it's like, now what does real estate look like?
Right.
So for you, what does it look like now?
Well, a lot of working from home. Like, I still am constantly working, which is actually nice because during COVID, I had a little bit of a slowdown for sure. I think especially with a lot of scientist clients that were super cautious, which I appreciated and understood. It was just slower during COVID. But now it's like, man, on steroids, just tons and tons of business, which is great. Also being in the industry for 11 years, like you get that, lots of repeat
Right.
clients, which is perfect. I love it. But a lot of working from home in terms of
I'll
computer
call you
work.
tomorrow.
I was waiting for it.
So lots of computer work at home, but then of course showing houses. I
Right.
mean, yeah, and showing lots of houses and getting.
Well,
lots
now
of-
we get houses to show.
Yeah.
Now we have
exactly.
houses to going
Now
from
we
like
don't have to
300
put
to
the
900.
gloves
I
on.
agreed.
Book was
You remember
open.
that, right?
And then fight for
Gloves.
every offer too at the same
Yeah.
time, right? Because
I
there was like
know.
12 offers per house. So
Yeah.
now we actually get diversity and buyers aren't disappointed. It's way more exciting now.
And it's just more balanced. It's more balanced.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's what I like the healthy statement. That's what I feel is a healthy market. So.
Yeah.
What about you?
Ernesto, what does it look like for you now?
It says
So
golfing every day.
the same thing as what Jennifer was saying. It's just been an adjustment just altogether. Definitely with the time change with the kids and stuff. So having to account for the kids once you put them put them in childcare, which graciously I have a good family that takes care of them.
Right.
It gives me the opportunity to do the same things that I was doing at the model home. Now I'm just doing it from my office or my home office. So I work from home a lot sometimes. I don't have that childcare on Fridays. So on Fridays, I'm usually at home. So I work from home on Fridays. And just having the different offices is
And I would say
kinda how it is.
a big thing that I feel like has happened is at first it was working from home out of necessity, right? You're like, oh God, I have to be home all the time. Like I can't go out. The office was closed. We literally could not.
Kind of
leave.
challenged us to understand
Oh
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
can
Some
work from home.
of us could not leave the anyway.
But we weren't there though.
No, nobody was there.
No.
Nobody was
Nobody
there.
was there. 'Cause we
At the
couldn't.
office.
We were.
Nobody.
We're upstairs.
I know.
No, but we were called. We were considered essential. So
They were good.
yeah.
The lending
I
side
guess
was.
at some point, right?
No,
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think they ever lost that one.
No. Okay.
I think it
Yeah,
was
we didn't.
us only.
Good
for
for
like
you.
2
Yeah.
weeks.
So I know for 2 weeks, right? The
Yeah.
weird 2 weeks there where nobody.
Yeah, I
could be in
think
a
I was
house,
essential
basically.
for 2 weeks too at your office. And so was Jemima.
But
we
I
were
mean,
assistants.
that's kind of the perspective that I mean though, because it used to be that you couldn't go to the office for maybe 2 weeks plus, depending on your position, and now it's so much more like, hey, you know what? I can still get my stuff done
Right.
from home
Right.
and still be running my business from home.
Right.
So there's the convenience of being able to be home. Now it's a little bit more out of convenience, I think, of course, than necessity. But
I will say
works.
it is a lot harder though, trying to work from home with little ones, generally speaking. So
I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. That's where
It's tough.
I could
We
I could
have
not.
a very good nanny who, when the door is close to our office, like that's it. Like we don't get bothered. So that's very nice and helpful for sure. I could not.
Are
if
you
it
in there
weren't
by
for
yourself
that.
or with Dan?
What's that?
With Dan or by yourself?
Oh no, so we have our nanny.
No.
So, but Dan's there also.
Oh yeah, he works mostly from home. Yeah, mostly from home. Only
Yeah.
goes in when he kind of needs to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, that's different.
But
Katie
everybody's
goes to work every
situation
day,
is
so-
different. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I wondered, like, for me, it's not that I couldn't. I really could. But mentally, I have to be in a place where I know I'm going to be not proactive, but like productive is
Yeah.
the word I'm trying to use.
Locked in.
Yeah, and if I don't physically go to an office, I won't get anything done. It's like my brain just squirrel, right? Like I can't.
That was a learning curve that you and I
couldn't do
probably went through, you know?
But you guys have littler ones than we do. Than I do, at least. You have the same ages as them.
For me, if I work from home, my phone rings, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Because you feel like
You're in a different zone.
Yeah.
You're in
Yeah.
a different
like,
zone.
you know, so I'm like,
you just want to be home and relax, which is what,
so I prefer the office myself.
Yep.
But
So last, I wanted to kind of end up with, well, a couple things. Number one, a game.
Hey, can we just switch it up? Can we just have Dago ask a question? I know he has a question somewhere in
I
here.
will see you pretty
boy.
soon. So
Oh, okay, is it going to be after the game?
hold tight, baby.
All right, all
Does he
right.
have a marker?
Thanks for the invite yesterday.
Okay, ready? Okay, so what I want to do is, I think the one thing cool about you two is, as we had each other in our lives, is you guys are kind of competitive together, against each other.
Sure.
We would have,
And I think you've won all the time, but
well, I think it was,
That's not true. That's
well,
not true.
it's funny because I didn't want to go back. I almost did and try to look up how many times stats to see, because what I've always done is I love a good competition, and it's fun to see people compete against each other, even who's going to do better 1 week, 2 weeks, months, whatever.
I
And
still
so-
real
have
estate-
I still have some of the winnings. I know one's posted up above my fireplace.
Oh, really?
That really nice
That's
TV.
right. You got a sweet one. I know with that TV.
So
we feel bad for you.
We did some cash incentives at some point. I know I won some cash
like
incentives.
Trip
I
and
was not
stuff
involved with
incentives.
those, so you know.
So, okay, again, I was always the one giving up. Yes, that's 100%. But what I like everyone to see is you guys are competitive against each other. And so I kind of want to see who knows each other, who knows Dago and I better. No,
Oh,
don't
easy.
go, no,
Oh,
don't go there.
Easy.
I think, see, this
The
is what I talk
winner-
about.
All right. Don't look.
The winner will get a pre-approval 7:30 Sunday morning.
Oh, I'll take it. Yeah. Let's do it. Works for me.
So, first question I have, actually, Dago, why don't you ask that question?
About time he does something.
All right,
go.
guys. I know you guys
Criticize,
Let's see
criticize.
how well you know. me.
Okay, let's go.
So nervous.
How
Okay, go.
do you spell my son's name, Matthias?
Crap. Why did I even see? I was like, it's going to be about Matthias and it's going to be, I'm not good with it. Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Okay. School teacher over
Got
there.
it.
School teacher.
Oh, should I make it kind of smaller so we can do multiple? I should have done that. Oh, well.
Oh, no, it's okay. We'll each see who answers it correctly right off the bat.
Better not cheat, Jennifer.
You know I'm a white girl, right?
You're starting pretty good.
You're not white. Are you serious?
Caucasian.
Caucasian. Let's be politically correct here.
She's already cussing.
It's fine.
This is what I'm trying to tell
You
you.
guys good?
Tell us when
Yep,
to show.
we're good.
Okay, ready?
Show.
Okay,
Show.
go, show.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Both
It's
of you
with-
guys are wrong.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Matthias.
Matthias.
Guys,
No.
I know you guys for 10 years.
H?
Yeah,
10 years.
she was closer.
Matthias. That's
No.
How's that not right?
Matthias? It sounds like.
Matthias.
Is it one T?
It's not meth.
No, it's Matthaus.
A-Y-S. I had no chance. I'm sorry about that.
Neither did he, though.
Hey.
He's M-E.
Meh.
Yeah, meth. Like
Matthias,
what? You're
bro.
going to call meth for
Matthias.
short?
Matthias. I always call him
Lisa
Matthias.
got the M-A part. And
So, I'm going to
okay,
this one.
so
Well,
M-A versus
Hey,
M-E.
we
I
know
went-
he didn't think of that. We know he didn't think of that. Kristen was
no,
the one
it
that
makes
wrote down the
sense.
name
It rings a
on the
bell
birth
now that you say
certificate.
it. Okay.
All right.
X.
Let's see if you guys know this one.
Okay.
Who is the oldest and youngest between Jimmy and I?
Oh, oldest and youngest?
Oh, that's easy.
Who's the oldest?
Oh, okay. Who's oldest between you two?
Yeah.
My answer.
Yeah, we both got it right.
But you're only like 6 months older or something,
No,
right?
by 3 years.
Nice try. A year.
Okay.
Next one.
All right, tied. It's tied. It's tied.
Okay, ready? Let's see who remembers the best here. What? There's more cuss words. What floor plan was the parade home in Madison Park?
Oh.
Oh, I know exactly what it was.
I know the house.
No, I had no what
Wait.
it was.
Oh, shit. Give me a minute.
I did not coach you on the
Ruh-roh.
PG side. This girl, I love it. No digas nada. Don't say nothing.
One, and
No,
it's
I'm
got the
trying to
office,
win.
and it's all black wall. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. Wait. No.
Can we give her a time limit? I mean, come on. How long is this podcast? That's a long name. You're wrong. You are wrong. It's the Tolly, baby.
It is the Tully. What did you do though?
I wrote Christmas house / something with a V.
Yeah.
She was thinking Valiant.
No, she was thinking of Victoria.
I
Maybe.
might have been. Oh, that's what I
Victoria.
was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay,
Victoria.
Alright,
Yeah.
Way off. But it's a
2-1,
Christmas
2-1.
house.
Yep. So 2-1. It looks like not even. No, it's there. It's here up.
I'm just up
2-1.
one. I'm just
Yeah.
up one.
Okay. How old is Aaron? My oldest.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I see him a bonefish almost every day, so
Stop. It's not against you.
It's going to be within a year of this. I don't know for sure though. Close enough.
Can I guess that
Ooh, I think I
I
could
just
be
wrote
wrong.
20. Is he 20?
Oh my God, you and I
Think
said the
alike.
same thing.
And it's 19.
I said it's going to be within a year.
He's turning
Shit, well,
20
hey.
Christmas Day. So yeah.
I think we do need to have the coffee appointments once a month.
Seriously, that's insane.
Okay.
But yeah, I know Christmas birthday.
Yeah,
I mean,
Christmas
yeah.
birthday. Okay, who jumped in the pool during the first jump at Jemima's pool?
Yeah. I mean, you mean everybody? Or like?
Who was the first one out of Dago and I?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I don't remember that.
Well, you definitely went in, maybe
Got
forcefully.
it. You ready?
Doggo.
Jemima.
She got it.
Jemima.
It was
You had to
pull
drag him in.
That
Yeah.
is- Well, I forgot that you had jumped.
Now
in
it's
the
1-1. You
Two.
see?
2-2.
My
We're
pants
tied.
are
Okay, I'm coming back, baby.
I love how organized. Look at her. She circles everything. Total teacher.
So we're tied. We're tied.
Okay.
Need a red pen?
Well, let's
Last
see.
one,
Let's
last
see.
one.
Let's see who the winner is on this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Who keeps everyone motivated the most?
Oh, what? Between
Out
the
of us,
two or-
yeah, out of us two in the group. Yep.
Who keeps everyone motivated the most?
I don't know that. I don't think there's a right answer to that.
Well, you gotta pick one, bro.
We have the right answer between him
Ernesto
and I.
Cuevas. Is it
We
Cuevas?
feel we have the right answer, I guess.
Okay. Well. I don't know. I think you guys.
Go, ready? I want to see.
I wrote JC Real Estate Team,
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. That's good.
meaning it's a tie.
No.
Everybody's happy.
This was a trick
kumbaya.
question. This guy over here was nudging me. He was
best
nudging
part,
me.
the best part is like if they tie, they tie, because that was what we
Those
would
are
say. But it's good. It's good to see that, you know, obviously you like Dago more. That's really what you just said right there.
It was under pressure.
I know. That's why I
I
had
think
to say it.
just to speak for this answer, I think generally speaking, since day one, you've always been the one that I've always gone to for advice and everything like that.
Retract.
But no, not you. So it's always from day one. It's always been you. But generally speaking, this is a guy that's always just hustling and just in my ear like. And so
That's how it goes.
You could say both. You know,
I could have, but
I would have said both.
I will
Thank
say
you, Jen.
you're really good at letting us know the rates.
Okay, let's do the story behind that. We've done this once a month for years, okay, as a team. And the one joke has always been, is Dago, what are you contributing today?
Right.
And it's always been
Dago,
the rate.
how's the market? Dago, what do we need to know
So-
about the lending side of things? Rates are good, market's strong, sell some houses.
Every
Go
time, go fight sell.
Yep.
Every time, that's why that goes. So,
Well, we don't want to talk about rates today.
no. That's,
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
oh, jeez.
gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful.
Historically great.
Yeah.
Great rates.
I should
Historically.
have said like that.
Compared to the 1980s.
See?
1979.
She's got such great lingo behind anything
Nope.
she says.
80s.
I know. I think last of all, I know Dago will pipe in a minute, but I just kind of wanted to say thank you to both of you guys. I feel like the last 14 years, although you guys have been part of me 10 years, if it wasn't for you two, and I know you guys, we kind of went into this, but I feel like we've been together through our good and our bad. And Madison for me was a heartache that I've dealt with a couple times, and you guys were there every single time and had my back when I had to deal with one of the hardest builders. And not say hardest, but you know, volume wise, they come in with that territory. So it was not easy, and you guys made me look like nothing was messed with, and that's really hard to take away from anyone in a team. So first of all, that I wanted to say thank you, because those were the hard times and the good times. I got to see you guys evolve into who you guys have become as realtors and as parents, and I'm so proud. Every single time I'm involved with anything, there's not a realtor that they talk. I will say, they always say, Jemima, you've got a great team. And that goes because you guys allowed me to lead somewhat, but then also trusted me, and now have become these seasoned, amazing parents and realtors and wives, husbands, and I'm proud about that. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I think we all kind of grew together. Like
Right.
we were all learning. I mean, you were doing it obviously ahead of me for sure, and I sought you out for like a lot of help. I mean, if it wasn't for you, just guiding me through, I don't think I'd be where I'm at today, just in life in general. Like, and it's not even about real estate. And then Dago will chime in. And so I think collectively, I think between our little camaraderie,
Right.
I've learned a lot from Jess. I know Jen, sorry.
Gen S is abbreviated.
But no, having said that, I think we've all learned from each other a lot.
I think
So
I think you're right, and I appreciate you guys, your loyalty. I mean, 10 years working with you guys. I cannot say how many realtors, referral partners I have that long of a history with.
Mm-hmm.
So I do appreciate the loyalty, and I know I can't win all of them, and
You looked at me.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You know?
That's great, though.
No, honestly, it's easy to send people to somebody that knows what they're doing and that is consistently there, even on the weekend,
Yeah.
always working. So, yeah, absolutely.
It's been nice hanging out, getting to know you guys, and I think
We're friends.
Yeah.
And also goals, because you're always doing everything so professionally, and I have zero idea, and I know I've said it 1,000 times before, zero idea how there's even enough hours in the day for you to get everything done personally and professionally, like we've been talking about this whole time, with being able to balance all that.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Thank you. Like, again, we're friends and we're family along with real estate. So cheers to us for the originals, and thank you again for today.
Hey,
Thank
just
you.
real quick, my favorite thing about you guys is I know we've all fought against each other at some point, but we've always been there for each other at the
100%.
same time.
We'll always come back. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.